Oh, that is pure.
Oh,
I speak for the trees.
Like, okay, you mentioned few RTs you played up against one of the best Fury in regards to GPM. Highest GPM player was only second place was
10 seconds remaining.
He also had the most kills and assists. Second
5
before that.
seconds remaining.
Mind this Fury. Guard. Predator. Beyond Esport. High tempo. Viper, you. Work.
Radiant team ban.
Have to resort to Lion and the
Main
10
thing here,
seconds remaining. Evil geniuses turn
the
to
stats
ban.
that I mentioned, the high figures of GP kills and assists, that was against a mod. The idea that these heroes, Nigma's lineup, if you kind of accelerate the early on, their ability to other and that's what Fury thrives
10
in. Like,
seconds
waste the
remaining.
TP, he's on the side of the map.
He
Way
also
too much.
tries on
5
killing
seconds remaining.
light and bullet. At that BKB.
I think of an triangle, you're on those here. But I don't even think they picked.
The kind of the SA effect. No
Yeah,
ping picked it, then Nays now picked.
They found in the last every single had a lot of finals when it couple of games
Radiant team ban.
farm
Love this Ice hasn't really did it at the fact that you have a Fury and Carrot and they've really understood that wow, we are going to be outpaced now.
10
We need to pick
seconds
like
remaining.
wave clear, just vibe for our morphling.
5
Imagine you
seconds
pick an
remaining. Evil geniuses
So much
turn
kind of
to pick. Radiant team pick.
Tide
That was a
hunter.
type. So does give a free lane. We'll have a very good time here. EG is picking less for laning, focusing more on the fact when they get to like
10
Together
seconds
and-
remaining. 10 seconds remaining.
Drop it
5
against-
seconds remaining.
they have done laning setups.
shy away from
Tide v Mars top, and then you
Mars actually drafted a couple. Rather
Do
see
you remember the $1 million dream coin?
that profit.
So
Tusk
just
and
put-
profit though.
morphling on the morphling just park and then fight into the potential trialing that we're meant. Do that from EG.
Taking his time, talk. Bell wall.
Important as if they're out. How patience we're gonna
Bloodbath,
have.
yeah.
Saving their
Savoring the moment.
Savoring the moment. Yeah.
That's right. I do like the idea that he has played.
In the
You
spirit.
may now select your
So
heroes.
just sure allows you to.
Potentially, but you mentioned the idea of the laning.
Try lane even. I'm not sure if I like either.
Nothing to say. Stop dying out of tips.
How do they enter the
Is that balance?
enough this early? EG is a team thrives on or want right now some type of Mars, but try lane. Nigma once again. It's about survival, about not getting just outmaneuvered.
Mars Arena, Phoenix egg combo, Kurok Clockwork, and Dogs. What you guys got?
If they have enough luck, I'll. TI winners.
Better. So.
Very good analysis. Thank you. I guess I was gonna go Nigma, but since you guys both went for them, I'll go for EG to make sure that we're not truly biased. Let's see again what our casters have to say, Mr. Lacoste and.
Hello there, Suns fan. How are you doing? Yeah, here we are, as we've got Nigma's Tournament Lives on the line, TI Direct Invite Live on the line, and Evil Genius is looking real hot this draft, no different, right? And I think we saw the players considering whether or not they want to do that tri lane. Ice giving a nice little, yeah, sure, of course I can.
Yeah, I think that's what he asked him. Like, do you want to go solo? We do a tri lane with the Tusk, something that EG has done during the Singapore Major quite a lot. Like I talked before this series, the Fogged and Cinderin were like, why is Tusk not picked? What I still feel the hero is really good, and here he is. I feel like this hero is underpicked. What he does, you have a block ability, you have a snowball save, you have like anti-tank built in, you have roach taking potential, BKB piercing abilities, so many stuff that like it's just there. It's built into the hero. Why not use it?
Yeah, well, I think when you think about hero kind of toolkits and the abilities in the game, Oracle has a lot of them, right? With his disarm, his heals, his dispels, and catch and stuff like that. Tusk is very similar in that regard. With a lot of spells in his arsenal that do many different things. I mentioned the snowball save against like Clockwork Cogs, Mars Arena, but also the ability to gap close onto people like the Ember Spirit or the Morphling, who could, under normal circumstances, be a little bit slippery.
No matter where this Tidehunter goes, he is gonna have a good time. There is not a single ability in this game that he's afraid of, so we'll be able to get the Ravage off in the team fights. They cannot take it down from 100 to 0. You build that hood, you become so tanky early on, and then you can play with the Ravage.
Nice little bit of split screen there. Body blocks coming out of the Morphling and that puck. And we did see, of course, the bit of a change up at the end of the draft. Some of us expecting maybe the Mars to go mid, maybe that Miracle would be grabbing up the Ember Spirit, but in the end, there's Miracle Morphling on that mid lane up against Arbet's puck. How does this one usually go? Just farm trade until level 6,
it's a
then we
very
see?
skilled matchup. Morphling needs to be careful. If you like misuse your shift once, Puck could potentially surprise you with the Banning Grip. If you're close to the AoE, Puck this time around, starting with 4 branches, will be able to eat one if necessary, but a lot of early stats, and we see crit. Like this is a super strong combo. You have extra summons with the tag team, a lot of harassment coming out already. I want to see what the build on Tusk is going to be this time around. To go back one more time to Singapore Major, he was always building drums.
Oh yeah.
Not the item that is popular these days, but something that Tusk has been doing, especially crit.
I think in SA we saw a fair amount of Tusk picked up, and there's lots of different builds. There's like the Phase Boots Falcon Blade Blink build. We saw the Tranquil's drums, little bits and bobs here and there.
It's too many items if you go for like Orb into like Falcon Blade. It's too much mana. It delays your Blink Dagger. You might get one of those. Our observer pointed out that Rocket Flare is available on Clockwork. Been able to secure the range creep, harass them quite a bit, and now with the change, this should potentially be a kill. But there's a full creep wave. Getting close. The Ring of Health. Close. You need still like 6-7 CS, but once you get that, and also Fly needs to bring some extra regen. We see more and more where like position 5s are playing from the offlane. Miracle dropping low.
Oh, gets the water rune. I mean, Arbed was toying with him a little bit there. He orbed to the top, waited for his bottle to come in so he can refill it with the rune. Even trying to sneak a second one. But Miracle, a step ahead, still taking a lot of chip damage. In the meanwhile, though, CS-wise, between the two of them, very even. There's only one last hit between them. 8-3 versus 7-3. Well, across the board, Evil Geniuses feels like they're having a more comfortable time in these lanes, just getting farm, getting CS. They will be expending a fair amount on salves and regen to keep them in the lanes, because there's, like we see from LTW, a lot of chip damage, that harassment comes through little by little over time.
I mentioned that a lot of 5 Lions are playing the off lane, because you want to ruin the enemy safe lane. You feel stronger than some position 4s, and also like the mana drain, and also ability to keep the distance, stun the Clockwork. I think that's the big one.
Ice. He turns with the gush and the anchor smash and fly.
13-1 charges. Kuroki is more than fine. Has a healing self to work with.
Even had a fairy fire too.
Yeah, he becomes so tanky. Clockwork, one of the heroes that has a lot of strength gain per level. 3.5.
That's huge. Does become a tanky monster. Ice trying to regen slowly there. Miracle still dead even in the mid lane, and again there's been no kills by this point. Seems like it'll be unlikely in the next couple of minutes until they do hit level 6 on the puck. Might see some rotations into one of these side lanes. GH dragging the treants away from that top lane. Mind Control Mars 12-3, not struggling too much. Everyone having a pretty calm laning stage, but Ice might turn from calm to panic as quickly as this. Change and battery assault. He tries to move back towards the creep wave as Mind Control actually gets first blood on Artesian and another side lane. 2 kills come out for Team Nigma.
As you said, it went from calm to panic again, and then he dies. Or more like calm into panic into calm. You become calm. Once you die, you TP full HP, full mana to the lane. 3 good kills on the side lanes from Nigma. Mid lane, Miracle doing well. Same amount of CS as a puck. Right now has a magic one, has a fairy fire, so you can always toy with it.
I'm glad you know your memes, Lacoste.
I know. Yeah.
Another dive up top. MC. He doesn't have anything else to give, but Crit going to get forced out of that lane. And Evil Geniuses have gone from a situation where they were the ones levying their position, pressing forward with tank team and the right clicks of Prophet, to now being on the back foot as Nigma hit their levels and get some aggression of their own. Yeah, nice little small camp stacked up there. Puck, of course, one of the better heroes to clear it out with the Orb Waning Rift. I feel like that small camp, you know, it's less about the gold and more just about experience, like hitting level 6 faster, being able to rotate and move across the map.
Yeah, something that can make the difference. You kill 1, maybe 2 small camps, you get that extra level 6, you have the advantage.
GH baiting Crit in a little bit, still holding dive, throws out some fire spirits, and Mind Control with a bulwark. Tanky, strong, stands his ground against that Prophet, while RTW taking some hits from the big man.
That was good.
What's the Tide holding there? What's his weapon? Is that a boat?
What is that?
What is that? It's like a seashell on the end of a stick.
It is a seashell.
It's a mace. Tide Hunter's mace made up of a seashell. You've got some big spikes on it, too.
You're a marine biologist, Gary.
Like
you know all that stuff.
Arbed grabs up the regeneration rune. Nigma couldn't get Kuroki there in time, and Bounty Rune also going to get snagged by Fly. Still getting himself in these sneaky spots, though, scouting out the stacks. Kuroki knows what one of the later moves for EG is going to be, is clear out these stacks with a Prophet or even the Tide Hunter. And he'll keep Fly away from the bottom lane as well to keep that 1v1 between Ice and RTW. And even though it's melee versus melee, it's Still all right for this Ember Spirit, right? He's got Flame Guard,
2
he's got
points in
Flight.
Flame Guard, they cannot remove it. The Tidehunter does not have enough magic damage. It's 110 level 1, so you can remove level 1 Flame Guard, but level 2, it's just not enough. Good blocks.
Yeah, some good shots. Even better Spear, though. Focuses the Prophet, knowing that the Tusk can do the last remaining bits of damage.
Are you
And Fly again. Embroiled in this extended little party with Kuroki. Just chasing him around. The Lion has to move into mid lane now.
Abed has regeneration. Kuroki was trying to scout things out. Are there any stacks? There is one big camp stacked and one ancient camp.
Yeah, time to build up a couple more of
Radiant's top
those.
tower is under attack.
Camp stacked by GH over in that Radiant Triangle. And so far, he's not been forced to
GH.
dive, and he just dies. Are you okay indeed? Looked like he wanted to launch out that last Fire Spirit. Unexpected move there from RTZ, popping out the treants.
This is America's classic. South America, North America, safe lane, Nature's Prophet. Once you hit that level 6, there's so much more kill potential on the mid lane, on the side lane where you're playing, and the build pretty much always is the same. That Witchblade that gives you tankiness. It's the old Blade Mail build-up. You get Chainmail, you get Robe of Magi, and then like Blitz Knuckles. It's so much value coming up from the item. It's an easy build-up. One of the reasons why it's so popular.
Yeah, and honestly, Nature's Prophet is his talent tree and his stack.
Yes,
Like his stacking
exactly.
is ridiculous with his strength and agility, right?
Yeah, he gets 2.6 strength per level, agi 3.6, and 3.7 intelligence. So a lot of damage, a lot of armor, a lot of attack speed,
Then his
decent
talent-
amount of tankiness, and talents are like one of the best ones in the game.
Yeah.
You get the 20 damage, you get attack speed, you get armor,
And cooldown
CDR.
reduction.
Yeah, you have a lot of collectibles, and then no.
Bottom. Monetize moves onto RTW and they're paired up with the coil. Abed blows up the Ember Spirit, and it looks like GH has also made his move down here.
GH needs to be careful. If he
He's
gets
gonna have to
hexed,
dive.
he dies.
Well, he does come back a little bit, loops back towards Artesize now. The strength of the Prophet. In comes RTZ.
They
TP's
should be
in,
a
and they
tower.
make.
I don't think they defend this tower. There's still double damage for another 15-ish seconds on Abed. They have the
Radiant's
Treants. They can
bottom
scout things
tower
out.
is under attack.
And on the top lane, you only have Mars, who
Radiant
does not put
structures
pressure
are
on the
fortified.
tower. If they want to make a rotation, they should try to get something done, possibly on the mid lane, but this tower's dead.
They try and chip away at that mid tower, but you're
Dire's
right.
middle tower
Bringing
is under
numbers down
attack.
bottom. What was it, like a 3v2 to begin with, then a 4v1.
Radiant's
It's
bottom
easy.
tower
Then
has
4
fallen.
Clears it
against
up.
0.
Yeah.
So this
Dire's
opens up the
top
bottom part of the
tower
map.
is under attack.
That's so good for the Prophet, right? Because he can scout and push bot lane without actually showing himself. I think AUI has been calling it ghost pushing. The hero's nearby, shoving the wave, but not actually being open to threat or kill threat while he farms
Dire's
jungle camps
top
nearby.
tower is under
So you
attack.
accelerate even faster as this RTZ Prophet.
And when you lose that tier 1 tower on the bottom, it also opens up the map for enemy, which means you don't feel secure playing that part of the map.
Yeah.
So you know that they're most likely going to be in a triangle. So if they want to use another smoke, they should go in with another coil and possibly invade a triangle. Abed right now just farming up the stacks very efficiently. Misses the small camp, actually. Didn't time it correctly, but
It's fine.
it's all good. Has a keen optic, a bit more mana regen.
And yet that point you make about the bottom lane being unsafe, it's even more so. Like in a normal game, you feel unsafe. But against a Parker Prophet, even this snowballing Tusk, showing on that wave as RTW, you need defensive remnants and you need to be very wary of your
Dire's
positioning.
middle tower is under attack.
Nigma decide to go for their mid lane play, as we've seen in a number of their games. 10 minutes in.
Lion just collecting XP, wants to get level 6, and he gets it immediately.
Yeah,
Finger
it's
available.
Arena Spirit crit, the snowball. It's going to delay his death, and he might survive off the back of it because they've got to turn around leash. Catching out the Miracle Law Flame, crit still alive as MC contributes him down at long last, but the Finger of Death will jump in. Size going forward, but Abed and RT easy. Clear through the Supernova while Mind Control getting picked off in the back by Abed. Puck comes out with a double kill. They only lose their Tusk. There's that mid-tier 1 tower. The real position for Nigma moving towards it, but it's still alive.
Yeah, that was such a nice play from Fly. Tusk was staying out of XP range because he understood how much XP he needs to get to level 6, and 3 creeps dies. He
Radiant's
gets the
middle
finger,
tower is under
gets the
attack.
finger on Mars. Unfortunately, does
Dire's
not get
bottom
damage. They
tower
don't kill
is
him
under attack.
fast enough. And with the catapult and some treants, they start putting some decent amount of damage on a tier 1 tower on the mid lane. Also keeping their mid tower alive, keeping their safe lane tower alive. Ravage is available, so they might fully commit to this fight.
Yeah, it's getting really spooky for Nigma because this EG lineup is ramping up so quickly. They got the bot tower, they move into mid, they've got Ravage ready, I think, as the Observer was pointing out. Didn't have to use it in that previous fight either.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to use ability when it's on cooldown.
That is true. And just planting his body in that mid lane. How much of this is the fact, I think T-Governor was saying that Nigma need to get to like 20 minutes to really have their draft blossom into this actual proper fighting style with, of course, the RTW Ember and Miracle Morphling needing that time to get to their first items.
Can buy a lot of time if you don't get blown up. If you don't get jump, Hex, silence, so you die instantly. But if you get the shift off, you give yourself enough time to be able to mates around you and make a turnaround play.
Dire's top tower.
I'm really not understanding too much why there's no Tusk. And maybe I'm a big fan of the hero. I also like when one of the guys said that I sound like him. But, you know,
who said that?
It was just some guy tweeting at me. Was very angry. Like, why do I sound like Tusk? So yeah, it's the same inside the snowball. You don't like to play into root mechanics. Need to be careful about the searing chains. Other than that, you should be okay.
Can you do a Tusk accent? Voice line?
I don't know. My brain's not working. I will have to, you know...
Listen to it first.
Listen to it first.
I think every time I try, I end up sounding like, it's a me, a Mario. I can't do Tusk properly.
No, I'll leave it to professionals.
Like Slacks. Oh, nice setup.
Exactly.
Beautiful catch. Stun into Hex, the coil on top. RTW, half HP. The backup's coming from Nigma, the 2 TPs. Phoenix and Mars arriving on the scene of the crime. And Kuroki has got back to his side and the 2-man cogs. Beautiful setup, catching out the line. And got to be on Arteezy. He's trying to TP, but the hot shot cancels it. Arteezy down and Nigma. The response there onto the death of RTW pays off big time.
They punish. Nigma brings the numbers this time around and are able to turn things. Next Prophet going for Maelstrom. I would maybe love if that's a BKB. He can still swap things around, keep this Javelin, and buy a Mithril Hammer. So if the next fight like goes well, if he thinks he can buy a full BKB after Maelstrom, that's fine. Or can we just keep the Javelin? Because he needs to be able to protect himself.
Man, that 2 hero cogs. Maybe EG could have split a little bit of that, but no delta movement from Evil Geniuses, getting caught both inside the trap designed by Kuroki. EG still considering that mid-tier 1 push. Always an option, of course, with a tight understanding of ground. Good spike from Fly. Jump into the cogs, and this time he's outnumbered. Clockwork surrounded by 4 members of EG. Some vengeance.
What EG's lineup is really good at is taking Roche. If they survive with 5 heroes after they take one good fight, oh, Miracle. See, back team, damage.
Very tanky, but I mean, there's 5 heroes there. You can be as tanky as you like, but if you're in a 1 versus 5, outnumbered like that, Evil Geniuses will take a fight any day of the week in that scenario.
If Ravage is online now with the tier 1 tower gone, they take another fight at the top part of the map, they can instantly transition that into Roche. They have enough sustain, Treants can block the damage, the minus armor from Gush, and most importantly tag team. Same item build on crit one more time once he's playing the Tusk going into drums. Drums is 8 charges, so every single time he's on the map, if he needs to do something, he will pop it straight away.
Just use those drums up.
Money changes hands.
I mean, also, very good discipline from EG in that fight. Right? You mentioned the Rabbit, but also the finger being held as the Mother Rings from Nigma destroys Ahmed and GH. Moving towards crit, they don't land the hook shot. Supernova there, going to zone back Ice, flying crit. Both trying to hold back this aggressive Nigma heroes, and Miracle in some puck mode. Shorting forward, a Destroy gets a double kill. Ice, Rabbit is out.
The shift off.
Is he going to be able to get any kills off the back of it though? They'll stun out Kuroki, kill off the Clockwork, but Miracle and Mind Control frontlining, forcing EG to hold back on their aggression.
Next Prophet LT does not connect. A very moist move from Miracle there. He blinks in and with the waveform and gets a kill on Tusk, finishes him off, delays his drums, just the 300 gold away.
Do you call it moist?
Yeah, you have a problem with that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why? I think it's the most annoying word.
That
maybe.
word is reserved for 2 things: chocolate cake and chicken.
Wash chicken or
you do not
chicken?
wash your chicken, I'll tell you now.
If you wash your chicken, it's a moist chicken.
Disgusting. Don't wash your chicken. Don't listen to those people on Twitter.
It's non-debatable. I'm staying out of it. So yeah, Mars now has a blink dagger, can easily set things up. We saw the good execution from Nigma. Clockwork going in, setting things up, and then nice arena into spear combination. Arteezy actually finishes off the full Maelstrom, going a bit of a greedier route.
Yeah.
Maybe Tusk needs to play with him, be able there to save with the snowball if they initiate with the arena or a hook shot.
Use those two trapping abilities as well, right? Sprout and Shards. Two abilities to catch a couple of these heroes out as they spot GH. Quick dive away, Sunray TP. Off the face of the map.
Nothing wrong here, completely balanced.
As Dota 2 is. It's just,
Dire's top
yesterday
tower
or the day
is
before
under
we
attack.
saw interaction where Phoenix just flies over Jinter's curse.
Yeah,
He
with Sunray.
completely ignores it.
and Sunray melts the ice, it thaws it down, and it just floats over the top. Oh, a bit of relaxation time here for both teams. The tower's being focused down. Still Nigma
Radiant
that mid-tier
structures are
one.
fortified.
Got Blink on mind control, so they do have that snappy initiation form.
Fillet. Found by Nigma, the best tier 2 item. If you're playing 4, if
Radiant's
you're playing
bottom
5,
tower is under
you
attack.
pray that that item is gonna drop. Top lane,
Yeah,
finger, easy kill.
Tex and Kuroki.
Leave us.
It's the strength of Arteezy, right? Just TP's in. Finds a catch, TP's straight back out, and he can move anywhere he wants on the map, really. Like, bottom lane, pretty open to him.
This type of move is something like that Jinkyu does quite a lot when, like, you kill an enemy safe lane tower, and then he just goes in and fishes for any kind of information, especially if they have limited catch. They need to bring 1 or 2 heroes. If he tanks a stun, maybe survives, and then the rest of the team can farm exactly what Kuroki did there. And Kuroki is super farmed. He almost has a full Spirit Vessel 18 minutes in,
That's huge.
on top of Magic Wand.
Is there a main reason he's gone Spirit Vessel this game? Because we don't see the usual, you know, healing hero. There's no Bristleback, there's no Alchemist or anything.
It's still a valuable item if you manage to get 2 charges in a team fight, another coil.
Yeah, catching RTW. Snowball towards him with a tag team, and Arteezy arriving, and they should have the damage there with the final silence to hold him in place while Ice. Sunray burn, Supernova, and
He's fine
Arena.
with that.
He's got Hood going, he's got Morbid Manskin, he's got that grip as well. Can't do anything.
I think they go Roche. Right now, they use the Supernova. They have enough damage. The Nature's Prophet can TP with the tag team. Ravage still available. 20 seconds without him. The only big ulti they don't have is Coil. Coil just ruins.
What's that
any
hook
kind of
shot?
hook shot in.
Yeah, Clockwork gets in, a Ravage out of Ice, still alive as the Kuroki Clockwork frontline here, and Fly tries to dip back into the trees. There's an uncharge on him, so he will fall, but mind control stuck between evil geniuses. Mars falls as well. It's bought time for LTW to respawn. It's still Nigma with no real teamfight ultis. They'll catch a 2-man change though. Arbed running low on mana and crit. Down here as he tries to get some D-Ward going. Snowball is just going to delay the inevitable heat death of Crit's Tusk.
He tried. He traps him, you know, shows him what he's made of, that he can still do things even before he's dying. Now Manta style on Morphling, not going to be that easy to burst unless they get a jump. Line getting closer and closer to his Blink Dagger, so that instant initiation is going to be there. Morphling needs to be aware of that. Ice, he can still go down. Like, even with the full pipe on him, it's still doable to burst him.
Yeah, it sure is. Wait, we're seeing here, you know, it feels like EG have controlled this fight, getting some meaty pickoffs, but Nigma stopped them from doing Roshan. That's
Production loves Ice. Whenever he does something good, something bad, show his face. He's always smiling. Bit of a face bomb there by LTW.
not too happy about his own performance so far. We'll see if they can pick it up here with a good hook shot. Kuroki gets on top of Fly. One control looking for the bonus target. Cherry on top would have been Ice, but again, he's just too tanky to brawl with at this point under a tier 2 tower. Nigma finally bringing everybody in. Finally the objective that they've been fighting for the past 10 minutes.
Set of items. They want Blink Dagger on Puck to be able to get the first initiation. Also, BKB about to be finished on Nature's Prophet. Full pipe on Tidehunter. Drums done on Tusk.
Yeah, it's kind of nice for them because we're thinking Nigma here, once we get 20 to that 10-minute window, right? 20 to 30 minutes, we think Nigma's pretty strong with the first round proper itemization. But with a Nature's Prophet, a Puck, and a Tidehunter, the team fight capabilities of EG can weather any storm. It's going to come down to that map control, which Prophet and Puck both thrive on. every wave very likely going to be trending towards Nigma's side of the map, and that's going to open up towers, open up Roshan, and also give the possibility here for EG to have these smoke ganks to cut across the map. Incisive move from Crit. Smoke gets popped, high ground ward, in comes Arbet. Oh, the snowball save and roll away. Gets them out of the arena. And then they go straight towards Kuroki. Arbet also diving in deep to the finger of death. They take down a clockwork and Warren will follow him into the grave. A 1-for-1 trade below Ravage. Ice is there. Mind control's low and they picked up RTW. Evil Genies is coming and clear Nigma off the face of the map. OMC with a blink back. All forward, but he's TPing home and there's nothing to cancel.
Left now. I think they could go inside a bit right now. Thought they were going to do it before. There is still 30 seconds with LTW. Without Phoenix, they go in, they get the nice snowball save. I don't know, Gary. I just, once again, love Tusk so much, especially since Mars was a super popular pick throughout this whole major, and EG brings it out in game number 2 elimination game. Are they still trying to defend? The hook shot available.
They want to come in. Arbet scouts mind control. Rocket flares in the pit.
He knows where he's standing. He gets one body block by RTZ.
They're still coming in here though. I mean, RTZ gets the Aegis. Mind control dies, trying to steal that Aegis away from them. Unsuccessful in their attempts though, Nigma. Lose another hero for 40 seconds. And that snowball save out of the arena. So very well done by Crit to actually go across towards Kuroki, set up the fight around Miracle, and then Ice is there with what, the 3-man Ravage? That's exactly what he's saying, 3-man Ravage.
I got 3 of them.
And after that, it's just easy pickings. You land your spells, you catch them in your ultimates. Now it's basically just click them to death.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like, Nature's Prophet might be the best hero for Arteezy, because if he gets cliff, he can easily TP out, he can use Sprout to get off the cliffs. Is anyone buying a 4-step? They have a snowball save. Makes a lot of sense.
A counter cliff strand. He's had enough of face down, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Face down, spamming his face with other cliff tops. No more. No more nonsense. Arteezy is the king of the hill now. TPing up top. Immediate initiation from Fly. The Hex into stun and Miracle just dies.
That blink dagger from Lion. You need to be aware of it. And once again, instant smoke. EG, they're playing the map so fast right now, showing the bottom lane. 2 heroes smoking, TP rotating, Ice on a mid lane. Decided to go for Vlad's. It grants lifesteal, bonus damage, mana regeneration, a very costly item. Well, I guess he just wanted to upgrade his Morbid Mask into something. Coil whiffs.
Oh, a little bit off the mark there.
Arbet Puck is pretty consistent. Goes burp most of the times, you know, especially during the Singapore major. This time around, whiffs it. Something that nothing to say. Kind of buys quite a lot as a second, sometimes second, sometimes third item is Aeon Disc, where you don't die. Like, you get your spells off, you get the shift with Aeon Disc. There's still Deso queued up. Maybe they think more damage is needed. We'll see.
We'll find out what direction he goes. Mind control. Trying to start a fight here. He's starting it. Kuroki follows through on it. Arteezy BKB's up and they've got the arena going. Kuroki just immediately evaporates under the threat of EG. And with this Prophet BKB, they move forward. They're going to use Scepter. GH Phoenix diving away. The shards won't catch him.
All the overtime damage from the bit.
He has to supernova. He has to egg there. So now spent arena, spent egg. Evil Geniuses still have Ravage Finger. They could maybe look for a jump.
They don't have a BKB on Nature's Prophet. That was very fast BKB, considering that he still has Aegis and can just respawn. Ravage was available to defend them. BKB still far away. 1,000 gold for Ember Spirit. Morphling also needs to finish off his. 300 gold away. This is the big timing on Nigma. 2 BKBs. You don't care about Lion. You don't care about Puck and the Ravage, but there are ways of resetting the fight with the Tusk Snowball. Buy a bit more time.
And you will start to care about this Arteezy Prophet. Assault Cuirass nearly finished, so he's really shifting into that physical right clicker. I mean, what's next for him? Do we see the Satanic come out? I feel like that's the build that we've seen more prominently. The Witchblade, Maelstrom, BKB, AC, Satanic.
Yeah, I feel like Satanic makes you much tank here, you get 2-3 right clicks in a team fight, grants you another life. Buck decides to get Deso. This is their timing. Like, they still have minute and 15 seconds left on that Aegis. Arteezy out pushing the waves with the big ulti. If someone shows, the damage will connect.
Man, about a quarter of the HP of that tower already gone. EG standing around, waiting to see if Nigma wants to break back into this top ramp triangle area, but nothing coming.
Next Prophet's super tanky. We already mentioned his strength gain, like overall stats gain, and now holding a nether shawl, 25 magic resistance, a better hood. You lose -3 armor, but right now you're sitting at 32, so you don't care too much about it. AC will make the whole team tankier against the Sleight of Fist, and also give them more attack speed to deal with the Phoenix Egg.
What's he got? He's got 34, guess what? There's like Aquila nearby, right? Yeah, crit, I believe, holding that Ring of Aquila. He's got a bit more armor there coming for him. Medallion as well, gonna amp up Arteezy. And like you were mentioning about 5 minutes ago, Crit really is now standing with the Nature's Prophet, making sure he's being bodyguarded. He can't be clipped, he can't be caught. A catch here from RTW though. Straight onto Fly with a stretch BKB. It's a pick off. What can he turn it into now though? Nigma kind of scrambling to find the bonus. Oh, a good up shot. Kuroki catches out Crit. Snowball now towards the Ember though.
He blows him up.
Punched into oblivion as Miracle with the BKB of his own turns into Arteezy, but the Prophet's too tanky. Arena zones them away. Mind control, Miracle, Kuro on the run now. No ultimates left to be spent, and Arbit, Wing Rift Orbit, back in towards the danger zone. He wants GH potentially here as Ice breaks the high ground, looking for the vision.
A bit limited on the catch. Fly, forced to buy back, had enough gold. After you go on the line, you need to be careful. They use the BKBs, they use one big ulti. Like the Arena, you know that there's gonna be a buyback for sure, even though there's like not much to gain on the map. They can go for the towers, they can go for the Roche, but they still wanna secure the fight. And that was such a nice play from Tusk. He managed to use the snowball and also blows up the Ember Spirit.
That's the perfect turnaround tool. As long as you can see that target you want to go on, you save yourself and go aggressive onto your opponents.
It's all about that efficiency. Crit, getting the Elven Tunic, very, very nice.
What was that for him? Full Solar Crest done as well. Oh, but
Evasion, top of the Solar Crest, so he becomes super tanky.
Incredibly so. I've got so many of these aura items. You mentioned the Pipe Vlads on the Tide now with a Blink Dagger. To be able to jump into these heroes, potentially catch them pre-BKB with a Ravage.
Even Arteezy going for Eon Disc next item. Like, I tweeted a couple of days ago that in 7:30 the item's gonna get deleted or just like gonna get the dumpster fire nerfed.
It's got like double the cooldown on it or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna be. Hex initiation bottom.
Yeah, Fly moving in. There's a dive away from GH, but the coil catching Miracle, morphling down, mind control. When this Arena wants to force the fight, continuing on to kill off that flying back Lion. Ice. Content with mind control. Might have to just ravage him here, but the BKB ends. Timing for Ice allows Arteezy to open up and shred through Nigma. Miracle has brought back for this, but he won't be able to battle with EG. They've already retracted themselves from that bottom lane.
Fly with the nice Hex initiation. They get a kill, they surround him, dies in the end, but he does not care too much. And now they need to be very careful how Miracle approaches the next fight. Like, they don't have that save, and maybe they can use it. Sunray, that's it. What are you doing, Gary? What are you showing me with your fingers?
They're dropping the Arteezy spray, man. I'm just in the finger guns.
Oh, I'm watching my own screen. I'm watching the small details.
I'm watching the big picture.
I should be focused more on the memes, to be honest.
The look of disgust he gave me when I put the finger guns.
I was like, what are you doing?
What are you moron? What are you doing?
So Eon Disc finished on Nature's Prophet. He decided to go for the CDR, so that brings Eon Disc to 84 seconds, which makes a lot of sense. Lowers the cooldown on your BKB and lowers the cooldown on Witchblade.
Very nice. And Roshan, 1.5 minutes until the big man returns to his dungeon dwelling.
They're not messing around. They assembled their Eon Disc, both Buck and him.
Eons assembled!
In case, you know, you misclick, something happens, you're not paying the attention, it's better. If you don't think in an elimination game, just assemble it.
You can have the flashy plays, but consistency is key. 14 to 23. Evil Geniuses with a pretty substantial lead.
Yeah,
Don't really have an objective to go for apart from mid-tier 2 right now, right? So they're just controlling waves and waiting for Roshan at this
yes,
point.
Roshan will respawn in 50 seconds. Ravage will be online. Coil for another BKB charge, so it goes down to 7
And a
seconds.
spear back on the Chains Tidehunter. They've done about
Show me
500 damage to him.
camera right now, because he's trolling.
He's laughing. He's laughing his head off. They've killed off mind control. The attempt on Isocyce's life does not pay off for Nigma. Dead for 60 seconds. That should be a really strong condition from EG now to put in multiple lanes.
Do you remember the $1 million dream coil? And he just pops BKB, runs away, still dies. Also, Pak found Mindbreaker, another form of silencing people, so you could potentially like force a Yule Scepter, even a BKB.
Oh, the swap.
Yeah, that was so nicely done. I was about to say it. He puts it in the backpack, understands, and Abed tips
Chef's
it easy.
kiss.
Abed has eyes all over the
He
place.
sees everything. He sees where all the runes are. He sees bot lane, top lane, mid lane, triangle.
This is why you assemble it. If you're fast enough to put it in your backpack while you see shotgun flying. Not even a full shotgun, it's just a bullet that's thrown by the hand. Pretty much at this point, and they go
We're not
inside
doing
the
too
pit.
much damage.
Eon, sorry, Aghanim Shard, she's plus Aegis.
And Roshan falls so quickly with a tag team. Like you were saying, the Roshan capabilities are
Solar Crest,
OG.
team, drums, they gave Shard to Tusk.
Rocket Flare lands now, but everything's already been taken. So what do we have with Tusk eating it? Has he handed it to someone else? Prophet.
He gave it to Prophet.
Well, that's going to help their push tremendously with the Great Treants. We've seen Nigma struggle to clear out these waves somewhat. And when this net closes in on them, there's only one place for them to fight, and that's around their tier 3s and in their base. Doesn't feel like Nigma right now have any chance to smoke out. They're so far behind. How are we looking at buybacks, Lucas? Because I feel like this is potentially one of the last fights we have for Nigma.
This might be it. Like, they lose a fight, they could potentially lose the game without Morphling. They just don't have enough damage. W. He has a Maelstrom, he has a BKB, 3,000 gold, so buyback is available for him, but I don't think he wants to use it. Like, he would definitely love to have this Aghanim Scepter for the next fight.
Yeah, some way to get in towards the Lion, the Tusk, even the Puck to some regards. Just catch people out. Find that blow up on someone and force EG to have the disadvantage numbers-wise. And when the map gets so small for you here, your item progression, it does suffer. And you would love to see, you know, maybe Team Nigma have one hero out on the map somewhere, maybe cutting behind tier 3 towers.
Eon Disc, perfectly balanced item. We have one on Phoenix, one on Nature's Prophet, one on Puck, Lion going for one, and also Tusk has one queued up.
And Arteezy.
Guys, just buy nullifiers and dispel it. It's that easy.
That's the plan. I think Arteezy also very effective there as well.
He
right?
is. He's keeping that Eon Disc. Like this is straight up efficiency. He wants to die first with the Aegis. Probably not even pop a BKB. Then put it in if you have a BKB to defend yourself. And if you see you're dropping low, put the Eon Disc in.
Also back farming, like he TPs to Dire Ancients, pushes out this bot wave while the rest of his team's holding top triangle and pushing in that mid lane. So EG ready to go high ground again. Great Treants there, spear back on the Prophet. Mind control trying to set up on Arteezy, but Isocyce moving straight for GH. The Ondis popped in an arena, thrown out from mind control.
They don't care about this
No
arena.
follow through whatsoever. They glyph up the tier 3 tower. Arteezy probably, you know, quite happy just to die there if it does happen.
No, don't die. He can just TP out. He cannot TP out.
The spear does put mind control out in the open though. Arbed and Isocyce leaving the pick off. Arbed gonna get hook shot in. Eondis pops out. He's gonna jaunt away from the supernova landing. GH doesn't crash down onto anybody, and Kuro trapped inside the scrap. Arteezy returned, and they will lose fly. That jive in from RTW, causing issues for the backline of EG. Double kill.
But the buyback
Has to buy back, and Isocyce with the Ravage destroys Miracle. No buyback on the Morphling, and RTW, he's being pummeled by Arteezy.
This might be it, Gary. I don't know if they can just straight up close out the game, because there will be some overtime damage. We can hear the screams in the background. You know, unfortunately, we did not have a crowd, but that feeling that you get from the players just roaring when they're winning, and they call it.
There's no answer.
Radiant's
Nigma
middle
have
tower
no
has fallen.
response to EG's aggression. Game 1, Game 2, completely out of their hands.
Oh man, EG played so well. This Tusk pick did a lot. Crit one more time, showing why he is probably the best, if not one of the best ones. You know, top 3 Tusk players in the world.
Map, you get that level 6, start being active. Big part of their victory was taking the early tower on the bottom early on.
And you were talking about the optimization through that game as well, right? The BKB timings out of the